right in front of the Colosseum, I can't be bad because this place is such amazing. Let me just turn the camera so you can see much better the color of the Colosseum this moment with the sun, with the
Uh,
sunset on it. I'm trying to make a zoom because today I'm a little bit far from the Colosseum for a reason. Today is a special day of prayers. Just below the Colosseum is full of people. I'm trying to make a further zoom. Maybe you can see it. Over there is full of people, but they are not alone. They are with Pope Francis and with Angela Merkel from Germany. Just very
His
important people.
Holiness.
And they are not just Catholic, they are Protestant, they are Christian Orthodox, Muslims, Buddhist, Jewish. Everybody's praying together here in the at the Colosseum. So just is a very special day. But for this, as you can see, they placed fences everywhere, there, so we can get really close for safety reasons. Can you still hear me? Yes,
Yep,
perfect.
I
Okay.
can still see you and hear
Okay.
you. It froze for a
Perfect.
second, but now we're
Yes,
on
for
it.
a second. Perfect. Okay, now it's working. So, guys, so we are here with, it's not just David that is talking now, it's not just Ailey, but we are here on the behalf of Grayline-I Love Rome, that is the company that I have the privilege to work to. That is the most important tour operator of the city of Rome. We are specialized in Rome since 1920, 25, if I'm not wrong. Of course, I was not born back then, otherwise I would be like Dorian Gray. But just we are travel specialists to Rome. So, Haley, I know that someone from your Instagram, TikTok, all the channels ask you questions about Rome. Do you want to ask me something?
Yes, I do. And I actually have to give us a nod. I think everybody likes you, Davide. We've already got over 100 people in here.
Ole, oh, I like it. Hello, everybody.
So I have
You
a
know, in
whole
Italy,
list.
we are very warm. We kiss, we hug. So
They
it's
do.
yeah.
So we've got quite a few questions for you, Davide.
Tell me.
So the Coliseum is massive. How much time should you budget during the day as people are making their schedule of like, I'm going to do the Coliseum and maybe this on this day? How much time should you spend budget to spend at the Coliseum?
So let me tell you, the Colosseum is huge, is colossal. The name is because of that, because the truth is that the real name of that monument is not Colosseum, but is the Flavian Amphitheater. And to see it, I suggest that you have to spend at least 1 hour in it. 45 minutes, 1 hour is enough to see everything, because then you have a special route, or actually I can't say that you can see everything, because there are some areas of the Colosseum that are not open to the public, or you have to have another ticket to see that part. But for a normal route in the Colosseum, consider 45 minutes, 1 hour. You get in, you visit the lower part and then the upper ring, so you can see much better the entire structure. You can understand how were the seats, the games, and everything. And of course, if you do it by yourself, you will see a beautiful structure. Stones that are put very well together, but maybe you will not understand everything about the history of that place. So I suggest you to go there with a guide.
Oh, perfect. So I'm going to present a question on screen here if I can.
Yeah,
We have a question in the chat. Can you book tours of below ground? And
of course. Thank you, Brian, for the question. During the pandemic, they take the occasion to make a big restoration of the undergrounds, and now is open to the public. But that is not the normal ticket. Is another ticket that you have to buy, where you have a visit of the underground, and over there you can't go alone. you must go with a guide provided by the Colosseum, or a guide provided from us, and we can go together. Is an amazing experience. I did it just 2 weeks ago. Is a very particular one, and but you have to book it a lot of time in advance, because for the moment all the tickets are sold out. But I think for the next 3 4 months they are sold out. You can try to check on the website, but last time I checked was gone, was long gone, because it's something new, it's something famous. So remember, if you're planning your trip to Rome, you have to try to book this major attraction with a lot of time in advance. It's way better.
Is that something, if it's far enough in advance, that you guys can help coordinate with Grayline?
Of course, because we book all the attraction in advance. We have in advance all the tickets. We buy the ticket like months and months earlier, ready for the season, or for the whole year. So anytime you need it, and you can find the tickets by yourself, you can take it with us, because for sure we will have it. And also, once again, believe me, in these kind of places like the archaeological areas, having a guide, it really makes the difference. Otherwise you see beautiful stones with no meaning, but having a guide that is going deep in the history, and will show you the reconstruction of how this place where, will make really the difference. So believe me, you will not regret or taking a tour with us at the Colosseum.
And Brian actually brings up a good point. You have the forum nearby. You can kind of package that in together, right? How does that work?
Of course, when you buy a ticket for the Colosseum or a tour at the Colosseum, it's always included the Roman Forum and the Palatine Hill. Let me go at the top of this bridge. Let's go there so I can have a better view, and I can show you much better what we are talking about. Because today, I can't go that close, but if I'm going here and from the bridge, let me show you. Just 1 second. So I reach a better place. We are on a bridge connecting the Colosseum with another area of the city called the Monti. We were talking about that place later. So over there to the left, you can see the Arch of Constantine, and next to it there is a hill, and that is the Palatine Hill. The Palatine Hill is basically the place where the city of Rome. Oh, sorry, the city of Rome. I was killing a baby. Oh my god. So just is the hill where the city of Rome was founded by the two legendaries, Romulus and Remo. So always included in the ticket of the Colosseum, on the Colosseum tour, there is also the Palatine and the Roman Forum, that was the ancient city center of the city of Rome.
Awesome. We have another question in the
Yeah.
chat from Jay today. I'm going to present it on the screen.
Hi, Jay.
Is Hadrian's Palace near there? Just diagonal from the Colosseum up the hill?
No, no. There was something made by Adrian that was the temple of Venus and Rome. I can show some columns in that. Sorry, let me zoom it. Can you see these columns right
Yes.
in front of you? They were about the temple of Venus and that was a temple that was designed by the Emperor Adrian himself, because Adrian used to have a big passion for the arts, and he studied architecture, so he made the project for the temple. That was the second most important temple of the city of Rome, after the one dedicated to Jupiter, the king of the gods, that was at the top of the Capitoline Hill, another one. Adrian Villa Hadrian's Villa is something that you have outside the city of Rome. Is in the city called Tivoli. Haley knows that we have to go there when she's coming to Italy
Yes.
in a month. We will go together to that place. Hadrian's Villa, there are the ruins of this incredible villa that the Emperor Hadrian made outside the city. That is a wonderful place, and we are making tours of that place also from Rome with a bus. We are going to Tivoli, and we see Villa Adriana and Villa d'Este. That is a completely different kind of villa because there are not ruins over there, but was this incredible villa full of frescoes, fountain made by a cardinal of the family d'Este.
That is amazing. I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I know
Another
that you're
question
waiting for
that
that.
we have from Instagram: is it possible to see the Colosseum in this area if you have disabilities that affect your mobility?
Okay. About if you have disabilities, you can see the Colosseum, but I suggest that you must book a private tour with a guide, because if you're part of a big group, that can be complicated because there are all the other people, and the usually the route for the groups is different from the route for the people with disabilities. So there is a contract, and it doesn't work. It don't work any that well if you're part of a big group. It's better if you take a private tour, so you have a guide that is completely dedicated, and he or she can do the route for disabilities that is the best one, and you can see everything that way. You can take your time. You don't have to run with other people. So is the best, believe me. And
Awesome.
also, when you if you want to book one tour online, during the reservation process, please specify all the time that if you have a disability, because in this way we can really take care of you. Because sometimes I have to say, we are at the meeting point with the people, and then someone with disabilities showing up and they did not specify it. So then we have to fix it just like last time, last moment, and it's not the best. It's better to have the things fixed in advance.
Perfect. We got another question here in the chat. It may not be about the Colosseum, but it's a gray line question. Does your company also book behind the scenes tours of the Vatican?
Yes, of course. We are. I know that is our passion, because we are official partners of the Vatican Museums. It's a title that just that we have because is a long time that we work in partnership with the Vatican Museums. So at the Vatican, we can really do everything. We can fix all the all the kind of tours. We can open area that usually are not open just for you. We over there we are in our house, so we can do everything. You can have the option always of a private tour or a group tour.
Perfect. Awesome. You guys do it all. And plus, it's the real deal. Are there any specialized tours for after hours or special events at the Coliseum?
So to answer to this question, I must remind you that we are in a period that is very a trouble period. You know that with the pandemic, the things changed very much. So usually we can make an after-hour tour that after the closing time of the Colosseum, you can visit the Colosseum during the night, and it's amazing because this place lightning is fantastic. But in this period of time, I think they will do it just one one more week, and then they will stop it because it's always according with the season and with the light. You know, the autumn started, that we have less
Yeah.
light because it's darkening before earlier, so the things are changing. Now they just remove the fence here, so I can get closer to the Colosseum finally. Phew, we did it. They stopped praying. But I, I hope they prayed for stop the pandemic as soon as possible.
Yes,
Thank you. I was praying with my heart too with them because these are events that are happening all the time in Rome. Remember, Rome is not just the eternal city, a place where the Roman Empire was, but remember that this is the center of the Catholic religion, one of the most powerful power in the world. There is the Pope. So always we have religious things here. The fact is that they are making things sometimes that without saying it in advance. So like this one, they said it 2 days ago
absolutely.
when we already fixed everything for our life. So just
Absolutely. And I will say,
you
like,
will say something. Yeah.
even if you're not a Catholic, I was raised Catholic. I was in Italy over Easter and I was in Rome for Palm Sunday, and that was an experience in itself. And it's a nice time of the year to go as well. The weather's beautiful. All
Okay.
right.
Yes. If you were here for Easter, I don't know if you notice, but on Easter you can't. It's like today. You can't go to the Colosseum, not on the day of Easter, but on Easter Day, but on the Good Friday during the afternoon. Why? Because there is the Catholic religion called the Stations of the Cross that is held every Good Friday and is held here in the Colosseum with the Pope. So that is a very old tradition that is still held. So every Good Friday, the Colosseum is closed because of that.
Oh, okay. That is
In
good
the
to
meantime, we
know.
are getting closer. Hope is working, so I can get closer and show you this incredible facade made of blocks of travertine limestone.
It is just, it's incredible. I was telling Davide before this that I have these beautiful pictures that I took, and it's like, you ask yourself, were you even there? Is this real?
Yeah. Just a curiosity that I can show you first, and then you will see it from real when you're coming to Rome. Look at the top of the arches in the ground floor. You can read still today the Roman numerals. L is 50, I is 1, this is 52, and this was one of the 80 entrances that the Colosseum had all around. So getting in and out was very, very simple.
Oh, wow. So another question I have from Instagram, is there a difference between a regular tour and a VIP tour?
Of course, there is a difference. The main difference is that if you have a VIP tour, means that you have a guide that is just completely dedicated to yourself. You can do the things together. You can change the route last moment if you want to see more things or less. You decide. You decide. If you have a regular tour, you're part of a group, so you are with people that you don't know, but always they are good people. and that is the regular tour. So just the normal route. You is difficult that if you are part of a big tour of a regular tour, you can ask to see something else that is not included in the regular tour. I hope I explained myself in a
Yeah,
good way.
that is perfect.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
so for the Coliseum, should you buy skip the line tickets?
Of course. Of course. Okay. Now with COVID, you can't just show up and try to buy a ticket because you will never get in. The reservation in advance is mandatory, and usually in the normal period before COVID, here there is the entrance. Usually we had a line of 3 hours or sometimes 4 hours. People that came here without ticket, they waited 3 4 hours before to have one. So it's crazy. under the sun during the summer, you will faint, you will die here. So it's better to have it in advance. And with us, we skip all the lines because we always buy the skip the line ticket with our tour. We have our tours. We have another entrance, not the regular one that we use as a group, so we can get in an easier way.
You know, where you are right now is actually where I love taking sunrise photos. That side with the
Okay.
plant.
Yeah.
It's a great spot.
Yes, I can't go there because they are still fixing everything for the from the prayers that they have from the event that they have. But look at this, because this section is quite famous of the Colosseum, because it's the moment where the original facade of the Colosseum stops, and then we have the missing part, because that facade over there should continue all around here, but part of the Colosseum fell because different earthquakes during the centuries. So we don't have the entire structure.
Wow, I actually didn't know that. I'm glad you mentioned that because I
Oh,
wondered what that was.
There's Brian that is saying that he has been here in August and he understood what I'm talking about the lines, about the heat. So yeah, you know how it is.
Okay, yeah, oh, I agree. I mean, even in April, I saw some of those lines. So,
Yeah.
Davide, the next question I have for you is what is the best day to visit the Coliseum during the week? Like, you know, you've heard other places where Tuesdays and Wednesdays might be better days or Thursdays because, you know, some places are closed on Mondays. What is the best day of the week, generally speaking, to visit the Coliseum?
So, of course, you have to avoid the weekend and Monday. But from Tuesday till Thursday, I think is the best. Remember always that the Colosseum is the second most visited monument of Italy, because the first one is the Pantheon. But so every year here we have almost 8 million people. That is a lot. So during the high season, when I'm talking about high season, I'm talking since from from April till October. It's always busy, but if you try to avoid the weekend, it will be better.
That is good to know. So, another question I have is if somebody's going to be spending some time in Rome, is getting a hotel near the Colosseum a good idea? Is it central enough, or do you recommend elsewhere?
For my experience from knowing the areas of the city of Rome, I will not suggest to stay right next to it because it is a very touristic area. It's nice, but there are some other places that are not so far and even better. Like when I was on the bridge, I told you this road is connected with another area of the city called Monti. Remember, the name is Monti, that literally means the hill, the mountain, but it's not a mountain, it's a hill. But anyway, that is a very characteristic area of the city where are tiny streets like an old historical center full of good restaurants. During the night there is a very nice nightlife. There are shops that are like of artisans, this kind of stuffs. So I really suggest to go there, to stay there. Then, if you have like the particular desire or to have the experience to wake up, open your window, and see the Colosseum, you can do that also because just around the corner there is an hotel. There are different hotels, but one in particular that is called Palazzo Manfredi, and that place is the hotel that is facing directly the Colosseum. I'm going in this direction because so I can show you where is it, so you can really understand what you can see from the windows of the rooms. Of course, is a very expensive hotel. you can bet it. And also, it has a very famous restaurant in the rooftop that is called Aroma. Aroma in Italian, in English, has the same meaning. No, the smell of food. Is a restaurant that you have to book a lot of time in advance because it's always fully booked and it's small, and is also that kind of restaurant where that is quite expensive. I will show you. Here we are. From here, you can see it. Is that
Oh,
yellow building,
wow.
the smaller one, and that is looking directly the Colosseum. So you can't have a better view than that.
No, you can't. So we've got another question in the comment section I'm going to highlight here from Brian. Is there a lot of restoration still going on? If so, when do they expect it to be done, or is it never ending?
Never ending. Never. it, will, it will never end because no, because how can I say? Uh, there are always finding new things. They always need to restore one more section, and these kind of restorations are quite expensive, so they can't do everything all together in the same moment, so they are making pieces every time, so they always have restorations here in that direction. I froze, or can you see it or not?
It's frozen right now, but it takes a second. There we go.
Okay,
It's
now it's
starting to come
better.
up,
Now
I
it's
think.
better.
There we
If
go.
I make a zoom in that direction, you can see that there are some machines because they are creating a new line of the subway here to connect the new one with the old subway that already exists. But they start the excavation to make this new line of the subway, and they like thought that they will complete everything like in 5 years. But after a few months of excavation, they said we don't know where we are going to end because they found a lot of archaeological things. But I think, are you stupid or what? What do you expect to find here? Even the dogs knows that if you make a little excavation, there are the things that in the Roman times. But you know, anyway, uh, favorite sport of our politician, wasting public money. But anyway, in the end, maybe we will have a better service for the public transportation in Rome, but we don't know when. So,
We have another question for you, Davide. I'm going to put it on
yeah.
the screen here from Jay. He said, I was confused
Okay.
earlier. I meant the Domus
Oh,
Aurea near.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay. The Domus Aurea was the giant villa. Domus Aurea means literally the golden house from Latin, and that was the giant villa of the Emperor Nero that he created after the great fire of the city of Rome that was starting at the top of the Palatine Hill, this area where is now the Colosseum, until the hill on our back up there. You can see it because you can't see it because there are the trees, but is up there. So this villa was incredible. But what happened after Nero's death? They wanted to erase the memory of this emperor. So what they did, they buried underground some of the structures of the villa, and also they did something here because I know it's hard to believe it, but where is now the Colosseum? There was a lake that was part of the Domus area. They drained the water, they reinforced the bed of the lake to use it as a foundation, and they created the Colosseum. And that is one of the reasons why they took just 8 years to complete it. They started in the 72 AD, and the monument was inaugurated in the 80 AD.
You know,
Yes.
it
It's okay?
seems it's quite popular amongst
Questions?
emperors here to try to erase emperors like Caligula. Like they just try to erase everything from the previous one. Um,
Perfect. You know a lot of things. So you know how was called that in Latin
what?
or not?
What was your
Do you
question?
know how was do you know how was called this thing to erase the memory of someone at the Roman times?
No, what?
It, no, okay, it has a name in Latin, damnatio memoriae. That means the damnation of the memory. Was considered even worse to die, to kill someone, because they erased the name from the inscriptions, the face from the statues, the buildings that they created. Was terrible, but that happened a lot of times in the history.
Oh my gosh, absolutely. So another question is, what price range can you expect for tours of the Colosseum, like on the low end and the high end?
Can you repeat the question?
Somebody asked on Instagram, what is the average price of a ticket, like a tour and a ticket? What price range for the Colosseum?
Okay, I have to say the truth about prices. I'm not expert because usually with a company I have the voucher and I get in. I don't make reservation, but it's connected with us. Zena, that is our is working with Grayline-I Love Rome, and she can answer about prices of tours, of tickets, everything. Because I'm not good with that. I'm sorry.
No, that's perfect. And guys, remember, you get a discount.
Oh yes, of course. That
Discount.
that's on you. That is because it's you here. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Remember that, you guys. Okay, perfect. So, Davide, what is your favorite part? This is from Instagram. They want to know what your favorite part about the Coliseum. What is like the best part of it, according to you?
So the thing that I really like about the Colosseum is this incredible facade because I think is unbelievable that after 2,000 years, this is still here with the original blocks of stones. It's still preserved like that, and that makes us think about the thing that the Romans used to create things that should last forever. Not like today, we are creating buildings that after 70 or 100 years are falling. Back then they had an idea of eternity. The things should last forever because they thought that they will last forever. So everything was done like that. I love this incredible facade, and also inside. I love when you are at the top floor and you look at the entire monument from the long axis, because remember it's not around the building but is an oval, so there is a long axis in the center. If you stay in the proper center and you look with the from the top, you see the entire structure and you see the undergrounds from the above, so you can see the different corridors, how they works. That is incredible. Once in your life, at least, you have to get in and see it.
Perfect. So, another question is, do you recommend an early morning tour or the afternoon?
If you're coming during the summer, especially in July and August, maybe it's better to make the morning tour. The morning tour that starts usually around 9 a.m. 8:30, 9 a.m. So it's better because the temperature, because then it's getting really hot, and during the afternoon the tours are starting around 2 3 p.m., so that can be really hot. So if you come here during the summer it's better. Otherwise, if you come in the other months, it's okay anytime.
Perfect. Are there any tours, and it doesn't have to be the Coliseum, are there any tours? Because on Google, this person said that they saw you get early access before the doors open. I think it was the Vatican, is what she's mentioning.
Yeah, i'm
Are those
pretty sure
real?
i'm pretty
Are
sure
are
because
those real? What is that?
say it again.
Are those real? Is that something you guys do?
uh, the 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 opening early in the morning, yes, because being but not here at the Colosseum, because Colosseum has its own times, and we can't do nothing for that. But at the Vatican instead, over there as partners, official partners of the Vatican, we can have an early entrance, so we can get in half an hour before they open to the normal audience, and that is amazing because the Vatican always is really crowded. We have like from 25,000 to 30,000 people per day, and in that way you can see the Vatican just with I don't know, 20 people with
That
you,
that's
30 when it's busy. So
wild.
that is really amazing because it's like having a private Vatican just for you. And you will see also the Sistine Chapel, that is always the most crowded place, just with few people.
Oh, that is amazing. Oh, we got another question here that I'm going to put up on the screen. And hello to Peter from the HAPS team. Hello, hello. All right,
Hello,
Brian's
Peter.
got, Brian's got another question for you.
Yeah.
We're going to put it up on the screen here.
Uh, Brian. Yeah. Is it true that you have to be a license to be a guide? Of course, to be official guides of the city, you have to pass a very difficult exam to have this license that I have here with me. Let me show you just 1 second. I got it.
Oh, he's legit.
Is this one. I'm so proud of this because this was the job of my dreams. This is what I wanted to do in my life. There are few places in the world where you can be a tour guide, a full time tour guide, and the cities are Rome, Venice, Florence, Paris, and London. Maybe. So just I wanted to do this, but the exam is freaking crazy because in that exam is supposed that you should know everything about Rome. That is impossible, just impossible. But you have to study a lot. I have personally, I have a degree in history of art at the University of Rome that helped me a lot. That with that exam, but you can do the exam even if you don't have a degree in history of art of archaeology, but you have to study so many things that it is very difficult. It's the most difficult exam to become a guide in Italy.
Oh, great. That's a lot of work. We got another question from Jay that I'm going to present on the screen, and I think it's a great question.
I adore Castel Sant'Angelo. Sant'Angelo. Can you walk from there to the Vatican in the secret passage? Okay. There is this for the people that don't know this. There is a passage. There is a wall of connection. It's connecting the Vatican palaces. So basically, the royal palaces, the place where the popes used to live, with Castel Sant'Angelo, Saint Angel's Castle, that was the ancient fortress of the popes. So during the past, when the Pope was in danger, he can escape from the Vatican palaces and go in the castle where it was more safe. The castle is today a museum of the Italian state. So during the summer, they are you have a special ticket and you can visit also this wall that is called Passetto. But you can't get to the Vatican because the last part of the wall is still property of the Vatican City. And then there is a gate that will stop you. You can't go further for safety reasons, of course, because that is the place where the popes and the cardinals are living. So you can't go straight from a place to another. But from Castel Sant'Angelo, then you have to make a single road, Via della Conciliazione, and you can reach St. Peter's Basilica and the Vatican.
And how far is that roughly of a walk?
What you said? Sorry.
How many minutes would that take to walk?
Oh, just to walk. It would be 5 minutes, seven,
Oh,
seven if
very,
you go very
very,
slow. Otherwise, is 5 minutes. So is
very
really they
good.
are really connected.
Oh, awesome. And then the last question that I have from Instagram, and guys, make sure we're going to wrap up this broadcast in about 5 minutes. So if you
Mm-hmm.
have any final questions, make sure you ask. But the other question is, what would you plan for a full day in Rome? Like starting with the Colosseum, like what could you fit in without pushing yourself too far, but still seeing a lot in one day?
Okay, if you have just 1 day, I think it's better if you limit yourself to see Vatican and Colosseum. And for that, because there are a lot of people that are just they have a short time in the city, usually just one day. I'm thinking about the people coming, for example, from cruise ship. No, they have just one day in Rome and they have to try to see the most as possible. But once you see the Colosseum and the Roman Forum and the Palatine Hill and the Vatican City, Sistine Chapel and St. Peter's Basilica, I think is already enough. Because otherwise, then you'll be devastated. It would be too much. You can't do more than that. Otherwise, if you want to choose between or the Colosseum or the Vatican, then you can walk through the city center and do the main sites like Trevi Fountain, the Pantheon, Piazza Navona, this kind of stuff.
Absolutely. And what I can say from experience is when you go to these sites, it's like a sensory overload.
Yeah,
Like it's like almost mentally exhausting, but it's amazing. So I think you space that out great. So guys, remember, if you are wanting to go to Rome and you want to make Rome your home base, you can do day trips to other places. You need to check out Grayline-I Love Rome. Um, you can use, I have a promo code Halee10. We're actually talking to them about how we can specialize some tours maybe for you that are doing cruise excursions. Davide's coming back. Did you, I thought you hung up on me.
I don't know what happened. Apps just closed like this. It blow up. An
Oh no.
explosion. I
Well,
don't
it's
know.
better than last week.
Yeah, yeah.
All these people kept calling you. But I was just telling everybody to remember when they are in Rome, whether they're visiting via cruise ship, you guys can handle that tour if you're in Civitavecchia. Setting up tours. They can also help you with tours outside of Rome if you want to do a day trip, making Rome your home base. Rome as a home base is such a great option because it's so central to a lot of places. Naples, Florence, you name it, you can really see it all. And then all the goodies in Rome. So
Of
make
course, because we
sure.
have these high-speed trains that are connecting Rome with Naples, Florence, Venice, and for this reason, since we have these kind of things, we can make the day trips also to these wonderful cities. Remember, when we are talking about these cities, we are always talking about UNESCO jewels that are the part of the world heritage.
Absolutely. And I know that might seem like a long day from the cruise ship if you didn't catch it last week. Davide, you were saying you could wrap up an entire tour, include lunch so people don't have to go find lunch
Yes,
and stuff
you
so that
don't have
you're
to worry about that because it's a combo tour where we have Vatican, lunch, and then Colosseum. But in between, there is the transportation from a side to the other because the Vatican and the Colosseum are not very close. They are on
no.
two opposite sides of the city. So we have this combo tour with lunch and transportation included. That sounds really great because it's a good option if you have a short time and you want to see everything in one day.
See, and that is perfect. Well, Davide, thank you so much. Do you want to tell everybody what you and I are doing next week? Because we had a question about the castle.
Because the next week we are going to St. Angel Castle. We are going there. I know you want to know more about that place. We are going there because we launched not so long time ago a new tour about the ghosts, mysteries,
Ooh.
legends about the city of Rome. So our next live next week on Thursday, always at the same time, here with
Yes,
us, with me, and with Halee with a flair, our incredible American friend, will be on
grazie.
that. So we are waiting for you.
That is awesome. Well, Davide, thank you guys so much. Please check out Grayline-I Love Rome. Everybody, remember you can book with the discount code Halee10 and get a discount on your tours. I will be with Davide next month. So if there are things you guys want to see, you can message me. You can message Grayline-I Love Rome, and we will make all those happen for you. Davide, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for
I'm
having
so
me. Thank you
excited.
so much. Follow our channels. Remember Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, everywhere.
TikTok.
Thank
You're on
you so
TikTok
much.
now.
Oh, TikTok. Yes, of course. Sorry. I'm very bad.
Well, Davide, grazie and arrivederci.
Arrivederci. Thank you so much, everybody. Waiting for
Bye.
your